Good evening, and welcome to the first episode of RamLife this semester. I'm Janae Hancock.
And I'm Bria Andress. We are so excited to be here with y'all tonight. We've got some movie reviews, Oscar updates, and celebrity news, and more in store for you tonight. So, without further ado, let's get started. There are some really good movies out right now. The movie The Post is one of my current favorites. Set in the early 1970s, The Post depicts the true story of journalists from the Washington Post and their attempts to publish the Pentagon Papers, classified documents regarding disclosed information about the 30-year involvement of the United States government in the Vietnam War. Another movie I saw recently was I, Tonya. Tonya Harding is the first American woman to land a triple axel. She rises amongst the ranks at the U.S. Figure Skating Championship, but her future is thrown into doubt when her ex-husband intervenes, making her forever associated with one of the most infamous scandals in sports history. Both of these movies were nominated for a category in the 2018 Oscars. Some other movies you should watch if you haven't already. Seeing them include The Shape of Water, The Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Phantom Thread, Get Out, Call Me By Your Name, Lady Bird, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. All of these were nominated for Best Picture, so you better hurry up and start popping that popcorn.
In other less classy news of entertainment, we've got some classic Kardashian updates for you. Kim Kardashian West's baby girl was born via surrogate and is barely 2 weeks old. As you can see, the baby is super cute. Her name is Chicago West. How normal and appealing is that? In other news, the buzz is still buzzing on other famous sister, Khloe Kardashian. She recently announced her pregnancy with baby daddy Tristan Thompson. Maybe they will follow in Kim's footsteps and name their child Cleveland Thompson. One could never be too sure with this family. And speaking of not being too sure, America still does not know if Kylie Jenner is pregnant. In recent Calvin Klein's photo shoot, her belly was the only one not showing of all the sisters. Wow, what a discreet and not skeptical photo. I wonder how much they had to pay Calvin to keep that alleged secret. Speaking of money, check out this video of me and Bria asking CSU students about cha-ching. $1,000 on campus today, what would you do with it? What would you do with it? What would you do with it, and why?
I would take my lovely mother out to dinner and then put the rest in the savings account because I need money for college. I'd probably just put it in the bank and think about what I'd do with it, so yeah.
So you're telling me you wouldn't go shopping?
Not immediately.
So you would go shopping?
Eventually, yeah. After I figure out what to do with it, yeah.
I definitely want to tell my friends about it. They always try to take my money and do crazy things, so I'll probably just buy some shoes. I would donate half of it to my sorority's philanthropy, which is American Cancer Society, and the other half I would spend it on clothes.
I'd pay rent, 3 months of rent.
I would pay off my student fees and buy some new books.
Give mom and dad a nice little lunch.
I guess I would probably use it for books and other stuff like that, and then maybe turn the rest of it.
Probably contact someone who's important and let them know, and then see how to figure that out. Buy some new gadgets. The right thing to say is to turn it in.
I'll go buy a car because I ain't got no wheels right now.
This might be incriminating. I would keep it and pay my tuition.
Pay my tuition because I'm broke.
That's all?
Yeah. Go have fun.
Go have fun and do what?
Colorado things.
Keep it real low-key.
Bria, what would you do with that $1,000?
I'll never tell you. Just kidding, I don't know what I'd do with it. What would you do?
Most likely I would go on a trip. I need to pay off tuition, but I mean, why not treat yourself?
You know, I would,
I'm sorry.
I would,
don't remember anyone asking you here. She doesn't even go here.
Rude, wow.
Bria, be nice, no sweat. I'll introduce you.
Thank you.
This is our producer, Imani. She is going to be helping us out with a game we like to call Would You Rather.
Thank you, Janae. How polite of you.
No problem.
Anyway, I'm going to read Janae and Bria 2 different scenarios, and it's up to them to decide which they'd rather do. Are y'all ready?
I think so.
Okay. Would you rather eat a jar of mayo or horseradish?
Mayo, obviously.
Yeah, I would say mayo, even though that sounds
It's
disgusting.
too spicy. I'd die.
That sounds gross.
Okay.
Mayo's pretty gross too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
mayo.
I can't even stand the smell. Okay.
Mayo. Mayo. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 50 duck-sized horses? Think about it.
I mean, you'd think a duck isn't very intimidating, so I'd want to say a horse-sized duck because they don't have, I mean, like, they're fairly innocent.
Yeah, I would say a
I'm just
horse-sized
going to go
duck.
with that one.
Well, you could like ride the duck, like in Spy Kids.
Yeah.
Too.
I feel like you're more dominant over a duck. Well, no. Okay.
Okay.
That got complicated.
Would you rather lick a hobo's toe or lick a toilet seat?
I hate feet so much. Ooh, okay, you're gonna judge, but
Hobo's toe.
I would say the toilet seat.
Oh.
I hate feet, y'all.
I don't know.
You want to pass? Do you want to pass?
No, I have to answer.
Okay.
A hobo's toe.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. Would you rather swim a mile in poop or dead bodies?
Poop. Oh my goodness.
Definitely poop.
Dead bodies.
But I feel like you can wash off poop though. Dead bodies. It's
You
like,
can wash off dead bodies.
No, but like, see,
I know, but dead
the
bodies.
residue?
That's
dead
gonna
bodies
stick with
is
you
like
for the
scarring. It's mentally scarring.
It's gonna
for the
stick
rest
with
of your
you
life.
for the rest.
And poop won't?
No, you can wash that off.
I don't think you can get that smell
Oh
away.
my God, that's horrible.
Okay. Would you rather only be able to speak your mind or not speak at all?
Speak my mind.
Speak my mind.
Same. You get in a lot of trouble for that.
I don't care.
Okay. Would you rather, okay, no, scenario. You're stuck on an island. It's going to get serious right now, okay? Real serial. Would you rather kill your best friend or your dog to survive?
Ooh, I have to say best friend. I'm sorry, y'all. My dog.
I think she's in shock.
No.
I think she's in shock.
None of them.
No?
No.
I would not kill my dog.
Well, could there be like a natural disaster that kills my dog? And
What's
then,
the difference?
and then I eat my dog? So I don't have to kill my dog.
No.
No.
Okay, would you rather be able to only eat McDonald's or Taco Bell? Answer smart.
I feel like I know your answer.
Well,
Answer smart. Is
say-
McDonald's the correct answer?
yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Clearly. Taco Bell would just rip your stomach in pieces forever.
True that.
I would say
Forever.
McDonald's too.
Would rip your stomach
No,
apart?
I would say McDonald's. Like, I would rather eat McDonald's
Oh.
over Taco Bell.
Yeah, let's go tonight after the show. Would you rather run 100 miles per hour or fly 10 miles per hour?
Run 100 miles
Same.
per hour.
Yeah.
Then I can like Naruto run with my hands flowing by me.
I'm done with you. Okay, last question. Would you rather continue your life or restart it?
You know, that's
Philosophical.
a difficult question.
No.
If I could go back knowing what I know, then I would restart my life. But if I'm just restarting my life, then I'd rather not.
Okay.
I would say continue, not restart, just because like I feel like you won't get the same experiences and learn like the same things. So, yeah,
Oh.
that was pretty deep.
Philosophical.
So deep. Touched my soul right there. Yeah, that's all I got for questions.
Wow,
Good job.
Thank you. I'm very creative.
those are actually pretty difficult.
You know what's difficult? Trying to toss a break. We'll be right back.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back, Rams. We've got a couple of local focos for you tonight.
Colorado State University, the UCA, or University of the Arts, are hosting a few upcoming events that we recommend you check out. On Monday, January 29th, at 7:30 p.m., there's a Virtuoso series concert played by CSU faculty artist himself, Gary Moody.
On January 30th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., there will be a gallery from the Hartford Tanstad collection, including drawings, paintings, sculptures, and more that date all the way back to the late Renaissance.
The Color Change is a vibrant collaboration between the School of Music, Theater, and Dance that will take place on February 3rd at 7 p.m. Again, all of the events mentioned will be located at the University Center for the Arts.
You know, during relaxing events like that, I always love sipping on a good cup of tea as I take it all in.
Same. Same. Same.
I think we've had enough of watching Bria drink tea. Why don't you tell us about some of the things we missed out on earlier this month?
Well, Tea with Bria is actually a very entertaining segment. Technically, the best part of our show. Just saying. Okay, Rams. Sorry we had to push that hater aside. Wow. Anyway, since the month of January is almost over, I think it's important that we take some time to reflect on the holidays that we missed out on. First and foremost, we missed out on New Year's Day, which is also National Hangover Day. Send it! A couple of other favorites would include Bubble Bath Day, National Spaghetti Day, Appreciate a Dragon Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Winnie the Pooh Day, Humiliation Day, and of course, we can't forget Ditch Your New Year's Revolution Day. Okay, I think that's enough of talking about what we missed out on. I like to think of myself as at least 3% of an optimist. That may be said. Why don't we hear what Janae has to say about what's happening today? Janae?
Thanks, Bria. Well, today is December 24th, which means it's officially Beer Can Appreciation Day and Compliment Day.
Call me paranoid, but I feel like there's always some type of beer appreciation day in this town.
I don't know. This is Fort Collins. After all, can we please take a second to talk about the fact that there is a day dedicated to complimenting people?
In fact, I think that our live audience is so beautiful that I'm going to have to ask to take a break so that I can personally compliment all of them.
We don't have a live audience, Bria. We never do.
And by live audience, I clearly meant studio crew.
Okay, let's just take a break.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back, y'all. And look who's back up here with us.
Hello again.
Well, if Imani's back up here, we can only assume that another game is about to take place. No?
Actually, I thought we were gonna just sit here and ask each other deep, personal questions about our deepest, darkest secrets and all of our regrets in life.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay, no. We're going to play a game called I Have, I've Never, where Imani asks us some questions and then Janae and I answer with a game card that says, I've never or I have, depending on personal experience.
I guess that sounds more fun, but are y'all ready?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Get your game card sheets. You know which one is which, right? You can read.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Nice. So, first question. Have you ever worn Crocs in public?
I mean, that was the thing to do, like forever ago. Not forever ago, but it was the thing to do.
I don't think so.
Are you serious?
With socks?
Crocs with socks? No, it was never a thing.
Well, I
Yes, it was.
with
No.
socks, but
It was a beautiful phase.
Sure.
I also like to wear gauchos and baggy t-shirts.
Gauchos were a thing. Gauchos
I
were a
forgot
thing.
about gauchos. Okay, yeah.
And Gap.
Just imagine gauchos and Crocs. And that's, okay, don't do it actually. Don't
Okay,
do it.
I don't know about all
That's
that.
Yeah, don't do that.
not appealing visual.
It was
That
a
combination.
It was a very bad time in my life.
It's okay. We're here
I
for
don't
you
like to
now.
talk about it.
Yeah, let's just water under the bridge. Have you ever drank expired milk to teach yourself a lesson?
Have you?
I don't understand.
I'm
No.
kind of concerned.
And by that, the question was just funny if it was put that way.
Teach yourself, like, you mean like
You know,
to
people
never
like
drink
punish
milk again?
themselves, but like drinking spoiled milk would suck.
No.
But it's not as bad as like, you know, I don't know how people punish themselves. But
What? That's, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that's not the worst thing you can do. But no, I've not consciously done that where
No,
I thought,
not
me
guilty.
either, right?
Punish myself
Okay,
with
next
spoiled milk.
question. So, have you ever made eye contact with someone through the crack of a bathroom stall? Emphasize on crack. But
Oh
not like,
my gosh. I've never.
Oh, it was,
You haven't?
it was the
Bria?
greatest thing
That's
ever.
like a normal thing, I thought.
It's just the greatest thing where you're just sitting there. I wasn't the one creeping. I was the one sitting.
Just having
And- Well, I'm like, I'm paranoid and I'll look through the cracks and be like, I swear, if
Have you-
anyone looks at me. And then there was this old lady who just came out of her stall. She's washing her hands and like, it was like through the mirror, kind of, where it's like, she sees me through the crack and I'm looking at her, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Have you ever made eye contact with someone, but then it's like a man in the bathroom stall?
Why are you
Wait,
in a man's bathroom?
Oh, you need to tell us the story.
Have you ever like been like you want to use the restroom but you can't because there are people in there, and then like someone's brushing their teeth, so you have to wait even longer?
Not because they're brushing their teeth, but yes.
That happened to me today, but it's cool.
Today. That's like, okay.
What a coincidence.
I need to move on. Let's move on. Have you ever sneeze farted?
You know, I'm sure I have at some point. I just don't remember. But I don't doubt it.
Oh, you would remember if you sneeze farted.
You know, like if you're like laughing.
I was gonna say like crying. And,
Yeah, and you like can't control it, so like.
So you sneeze
I could
fart?
see that happening.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that happening. But I don't remember it. But I'm just gonna assume I have because I'm me. So
That's embarrassing.
Okay.
it's not. It's nature.
Sure. Nature's beautiful. Nice.
Just let it happen. Don't be ashamed of your bodily
No, please don't
functions.
sneeze fart while I'm up here, please. Everyone, just get your fluids together. So, have you ever hitchhiked or picked up a hitchhiker?
I've only seen that happen in movies.
I haven't.
Yeah, I have.
I wish I were that adventurous.
Yeah.
And I had the courage to
I don't
let
trust
people
that.
pick me up.
Have you seen There's Something About Mary? Is that the movie where like he picks up a hitchhiker and it turns out he was like a killer and he like the hitchhiker got away and the person that picked him up. You haven't seen There's Something About Mary?
No, I'm pretty sure that was a real thing where there was a
wouldn't
real
doubt it,
serial
though.
killer.
Totally
Yeah.
fine. It's like a
Hitchhiker.
classic.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is why I don't
Cameron
hitchhike.
Diaz. No.
Oh, I love her, but no.
You don't love her enough if you haven't seen that movie. Okay. Anyway, How about, have you ever failed a class? It doesn't have to be one here, but.
Like that was like your final grade?
I am perfect.
Yeah, well, like, oh. I've never failed a class either, so.
We are perfect.
Clearly.
I don't have any stories to tell because I'm perfect.
Never failed a class.
Okay. Have you ever peed somewhere, tinkled somewhere that was not, like, on a toilet? I think that's like the college girl story of life.
I'm not even gonna tell you where.
Well, it's actually because my parents live out in the middle of nowhere.
So you pee outside all the time?
Well, no, they're like at the border of Canada, and like their pipes froze this winter because I was there for Christmas, and they froze, and we couldn't use any of the water, and so we had to go outside for like 3 days.
Was it like number 1 and 2's outside?
All of the above.
Oh my god!
We couldn't use our bathroom.
We're really opening up here tonight, huh?
I did it in a McDonald's parking lot.
Oh.
You know how the lines are really long at night?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I know how long the lines are.
I actually don't know this. This is a fascinating story.
So long.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. That's a question for you all. So.
But we're interested if you have a story.
No, I mean just like the classic, like bush, pee in a bush.
All right, yeah, we're moving on. We're gonna move on. Next question, money.
Okay, you're right. Next question. Have you ever stuck with a New Year's revelation? Like you didn't break your New Year's resolution? I said revelation.
I know. Yeah,
your revelation?
Wait, have you ever stuck with one?
Yeah, like let's say you're like, oh, I'm not gonna eat Oreos for a year.
No.
I don't.
First of all, because I don't make resolutions.
Yeah, I don't anymore.
Never,
okay.
Yeah.
So.
Anymore.
Wait, you haven't?
I've never.
Oh.
Never.
Okay.
That was quick.
Have you ever fantasized about a teacher?
My
okay, what about, were they over like 50?
No.
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 Cool.
He
Well,
was quite attractive and young and
they go,
married
They go
soon.
here. see, married.
Mr. Robinson
Wow.
is still looking out for you.
Okay.
I am not going to call the person's name.
Yeah, we're not going to use any names. So we're going to, that's all we have for games.
That's really it.
That's the last question.
That was very fun.
Yeah.
Very strange questions, but fun.
I agree. You know what else would be fun?
What?
Another break. That would be the most fun thing ever. And when we come back, we've got some announcements for you.
You are listening to 90.5 KCSU Fort Collins with DJ Meanbeat,
DJ Nightshade, DJ Wildcard. Music to me is one of the best creative outlets that I can think of.
An escape from the real world.
Music to me is an expression of love.
To go from like folk to hip hop to like classic rock, 1960s bossa nova. With music, there's like no boundaries.
I work here because I love music, and you do too.
Well, it's time for the last segment of our show.
Yep, it's announcement time. Usually we would tell you a bunch of announcements that have to deal with events and such, but instead we thought it would be more entertaining if we sit here and announce random events that occurred in our life this month. No worries, Bria, I'll start.
Thank you.
Well, this month, I hung out with Drake, just on a yacht with the basketball team, not CSU, so don't ask them about it, but yeah, we were all together. It was a good time. You sure you didn't do anything?
I have no life, so the fact that you did all these things is quite astounding. I just sort of sit at home and think of ways to cut to break.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think that's enough revelation for one night. Let's get ready to close.
All right, folks. That concludes this month's episode of RamLife.
We hope you all enjoyed all we had to say tonight and were somewhat entertained.
We'll be back next month on Valentine's Day to talk about dating do's and don'ts, top things to do on Valentine's Day if you're Valentine's-less. And lastly, a sneak peek of our new movie coming out called 50 Shades of Fuchsia, starring me and Janae.
Trust me, you won't want to miss out on that. Again, thanks for tuning in, Rams. I am Janae Hancock.
And I'm Bria Andress, and you're watching CTV. Good night.